Welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of August 1st to August 7th. We are starting out August in a very interesting way, is what I'll say. There are aspects that are really lovely, and then there are aspects that are really like caution, caution, caution. In celebration of Leo season, I am wearing my Leo shirt, which is the sun. The sun is the center of the universe, and the sun is Leo's ruling planet. We are still in Leo season as we begin August, and this is a time where we're sort of in this fiery energy of fun, frivolity, lightness. But whenever we are in fire seasons, we tend to see the virus starting to really grow, right? Fire is mass spread, it's very fast. And so we're starting to see the sort of the pandemic kind of coming back again now, but we're kind of tired. I'll just be honest, right? We're just kind of tired of all the restrictions, tired of all the things. And as I'm recording this, I actually have COVID right now. So yay, for having it twice. And it feels like a cold. And I think after not being sick for so long, I had COVID in September 2020, and I'm getting it again now. When I went on vacation, I got it, of course. So we're going to start to see, I think, this pandemic come back around again, but this virus is very different than the original one that I got. It's still knocking me down a bit, but it feels like a cold. It feels like a head cold to me. So we're going to start off the week Monday, August 1st, with a Mercury in conjunct to Neptune. We have a few in conjuncts this week, and in conjuncts just is a 150-degree angle in astrology, and it's a need for adjustment. It's almost like a kink in the energy. It's not a square, it's not a trine. It's just kind of this like kink in the energy where if we can learn how to use them together, it can be really wonderful. And if you have an in conjunct, or it's called quincunx, sometimes they're the same thing in astrology, a 150-degree angle. If you have that in your chart, you grow into it. It takes time, right? It's kind of like a top. You kind of figure out how to spin the top. And when you actually figure it out, it spins in precision and it's beautiful and magical. And that is what these quincunx are about. So we're going to have a few of these irritations this week, is the way I kind of like to see it, as they're just passing, right? But they are going to be, because they're with kind of not slower moving planets, but they're going to be in effect for the week. So you're going to feel them throughout the week. I'm going to say this is not a good week to sign contracts. This is not a good week to have deep conversations about things. This is a great introspective week, and actually a nice week to go have some fun with some things, but to be measured with your fun, because there are some aspects here where you can go overboard and really pay the price. So Monday, August 1st, we have Mercury quincunx, or in conjunct to Neptune. Mercury is our mind, and it's in Leo, and right, so we are getting these fiery, wonderful thoughts we want to go and do. We have big ideas and adventure and how we want to express ourselves and do fun things. And Neptune is in Pisces retrograde. So this is like spirituality. How are we internalizing the flow of our conscious stream of energy into the world? It's very much about kind of, are we understanding the way that we are kind of using our talents? Are we getting it out into the world in a way that makes sense? And there can be a time, this can be a day where we're having some misunderstandings, right? There's kind of this like confusion with our communication, and maybe our passion is getting misguided. People are thinking that we're being passionate and fiery, but we're actually just being passionate and fiery. You know what I mean? So it's almost like a misinterpretation or misrepresentation. There can be jumping to conclusions on this day as well. So being very clear with your communication and checking for understanding. And if you're kind of talking about something in a very passionate, fiery way, and you see something like this looking at you going, wait, I feel like you're not quite understanding me. What did you hear from what I just said? And they can be like, you're a bitch. And you're like, no, that's not what I meant. So you can actually sort of see when you see someone's face going, or like, ask and check for understanding versus just kind of like glossing it over. Okay. And so adjustment between mental and spiritual efforts. No contracts today. So there's kind of there's, like I said, a misunderstanding. You're trying to get something across and somebody's not quite understanding what you're saying. And then the next aspect on this day is not going to help that. It's Mars conjunct Uranus. So Mars conjunct means it's coming to the same degree as Uranus. Now, Uranus is an explosive planet of itself, and Mars is fire, passion, let's go, and it's in Taurus. So Taurus isn't very fiery. Taurus is very sort of slow, methodical, grounded, logical, practical. And when Mars and Uranus come together, this can be very explosive energy. We want to do. Uranus is about being your unique self, being free, doing what you want to do to evolve and help society, not just going out and spending your money and blowing everything. Uranus likes to move obstacles out of your way, but those are the obstacles that you've been clinging to for safety. So, for example, if you've been at a job forever, money, Taurus, that is no longer speaking to your heart, today might be a day that you might be feeling a little bold, maybe a little brazen, where you say something or do something that kind of pisses off your boss. And with with Mercury in conjunct Neptune, we can definitely feel like there can be a lot of misunderstandings. So these things can bring to light that maybe you're just not really a great fit for the job anymore, even though you're like, oh my God, I love this job, I need it to pay my bills. You're like, but your passion, you've outgrown that job, you're on to something else. Uranus is trying to move that out of your way. I like to say the flags of Uranus, moving things out of your way, or like a terrible boss. All of a sudden I went from a great boss to a terrible boss. I had great accounts, and then all of a sudden all my people that were my point people at those accounts left, and then I had terrible new people that didn't want to see me, and then vendors changed out, and it's just like one thing after another. And I just started to like really see things from a kind of a higher view, 10,000 feet view, where I started to see, oh, this is interesting how much is trying to move. And I'm not taking it personally. I'm just seeing how so interesting that I went from the best boss in the world to the shittiest boss ever. And it's just when we just kind of like had so much friction right off the get-go, and I was like, what is happening? And I just started to see Uranus doing his work. Like, this job's not for you anymore, Chantal. What are you doing? Are you sure you should be here? So if you're starting to see those kind of seeds starting to plant, or you're noticing something come up on this day, it's not just going to be to stay, because Mars was coming to conjunct Uranus last week, and he's going to be kind of in the same kind of orb all week. So we can start to feel this like strong urge to break free from limiting structures. Unexpected surprises are coming up. This can, really, really not a good time to be reckless and to do things kind of on the fly or on a whim, really trying to be discerning with what you're choosing. This is a great time to let your unique flag fly, right? Just your freak flag fly, girl, or boy, who is watching this, or they, them, however you identify. This is great for adventures, for going on a road trip and having some fun. Although Mercury quincunx Neptune can be like problems with communication or the ride, or some delays as well. Tuesday, August 2nd, we have we have Venus sextile to Uranus. So Venus is what we love and value, and Uranus is our unique effervescent flow, glow, ingenuity. And this Venus being in Cancer, which is our nurturing, loving, we want to connect with people authentically. We want to feel at home. We want to feel safe. And Uranus in Taurus is bringing us some unexpected windfalls of money, or great people coming into our lives that we're like, oh my God, I can't believe, we haven't known each other forever. This is a wonderful day to connect with cool people, to go after some of the interests that you've been kind of wanting to go after, but haven't really been doing anything. This is actually really wonderful holiday energy. It's fun, excitement, romance, unexpected windfall, great for finding, meeting people, finding things, finding that awesome dress that you've been looking for. If you go shopping today, you'll probably find some really cool little finds. On this same day, we have Mercury in conjunct, again, quincunx, 150-degree angle, to Pluto. Pluto is the shadow. He is death and rebirth, transformation. And Mercury is our mind, again, in that fiery Leo, right? We're like, we want to go and do, we want to be ourselves. We want to be our effervescent, creative, unique self, and just be our kind of our J-Lo-iest self, right? J-Lo is like the quintessential Leo. And so when we think about that, there's this intensity with wanting to talk about or be or our values, but we are not getting to where we want to go. There's a feeling of like frustration here. So this is going to bring up for you your beliefs, values, the ways that you kind of are blocking yourself from the things that you want, right? Or what you say and what you do, are they in accordance with each other? So this is going to bring that up. Great time for research, for digging deeper. Dark humor, intense and dark thoughts can come up on this time. Great time to purge your surroundings of things that are no longer serving you. This can be very isolating, where you feel like people don't relate to you, or you want what they want and you don't get what you want, kind of thing. That's kind of this feeling all week. And then a really good aspect. So again, there's kind of these weird dips of energy, right? Whereas Venus is sextile to Mars. So this is passionate drive. This is, well, Venus is in Cancer, which is very loving, very nurturing, safe. And Mars is in Taurus, again, with money and security and looking for things that are going to last the test of time. So when we have these two things together, this is a great relationship energy. So if you're somebody who's looking for a relationship, or even in a relationship, this is a wonderful, sensual, sexual day to kind of be together. But your communication could bring up some areas in your relationship where you feel like you're not either being heard, or you feel like there's a miscommunication between the two of you. But if you go on some fun adventures, there can be a lot of learnings along the way that are going to help with healing that. That's kind of the day. Thursday, August 4th, we have Mercury moving into Virgo. This is the first kind of glimpse into Virgo season. I was so excited. Virgo season is my season, and Mercury's at home in Virgo. It's one of the ruling signs. Mercury rules Virgo and rules Gemini. So when Mercury is in Virgo, it's a very lovely, harmonious time. It feels like, unless you have Virgo or you have Mercury in a place where it squares or is an opposition, like in Pisces. But generally, Mercury in Virgo is very practical. It's discerning. It is now looking for the details of things. It likes to get things done. It likes checklists. It likes to have precision and process, versus when it was in Leo, it was like, oh, big ideas and really exciting. And oh my God, I want to do that in this, blah, 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 blah. We have these big ideas. And then Virgo then brings those big ideas into formation, brings them into reality. How are we going to do this? Where are we going to go? Right. So whenever I'm in like coaching groups, or I love working in groups and collaborations, because I love working with someone who has like big ideas and big things. And then I like to move those into reality, right? Here's what we got to do next, the website, the links, blah, 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 getting all of that stuff done. And I personally don't love doing all those things. So I have a team that helps me with those things. So some of the things I'll do, some of the things I delegate to my beautiful and amazing team, and they are loving what they do. So we kind of have this wonderful synergy, right? So I really urge you to work with people who love what they do, and not, like, even I have a cleaning service. That cleaning service, like, she loves to clean. I don't like working with people who are like, yeah, this is a job, I'm gonna clean the house. And you're like, yeah, great, thanks for being here. Like, I want somebody who's like a Monica, from Friends. Like, oh my God, I love cleaning houses. I'm like, I love cleaning houses too. Virgo's like cleanliness. So the beauty of Mercury moving into Virgo, you're gonna feel like you'll have more energy to make things happen, get things in order, which is gonna be super helpful in September when the kids go back to school. It's like a giant reset here in the Northern Hemisphere. And so this is gonna help with that. Now, the danger of Mercury in Virgo is that we can get so caught up in the details of things that we miss the big picture, or we stop ourselves from doing things. So that perfectionist tendency of, I need to have all the details right. So an example of this is launching a course before everything is done. You're like, oh my God. And then there's a part of me as a Virgo that I'm like, I don't have it all done, but you have no choice. You have to do it. So it all gets done in the end, and done is better than perfect. Think of that one. On Friday, August 5th, this is going to be, I would say, the hardest day of the whole week. We have a number of moon aspects this day that are going to make you a little testy, a little irritated, frustrated. Venus is in conjunct Saturn, and so this is your sense of security in love and money will be tested today. So not a good day to make, again, contracts or big decisions or commitments of any kind on this day. Are you being responsible, and why do you want what you want? So be careful not to run to sex or escapism, alcohol, drugs on this day. This is a really going to be a hard day to just sit with your responsibilities, and where are you falling short of that? Maybe in your money, in your budgeting, you don't have enough, or your relationships aren't coming together, or maybe it's self-love and beauty, or your body. Where are you feeling like you're just not enough? Or even because Venus is in Cancer with the women in your life or mothers in your life, and Saturn, it rules the father. So this can be the, masculine. You might be feeling like you're kind of bumping up against patriarchy or your dad. What did you learn from that? And then Sunday, that theme is going to continue. We have a Mars square to Saturn. So Mars is our egoic will. We want to go and do in our passion, and we're being blocked by our responsibility. So, frustration, inhibition, and you want to be inhibited. Oh my gosh, I'm having inhabited. No, the word is free. I want to be free. Oh, COVID brain. I want to be free. And you're frustrated because you can't. Your desires are growing stronger, but it's hard to express your passions to succeed. There's a resistance to getting what you want. Why do you want what you want? Where did you learn to want what you want? So thinking about that. But we have a beautiful aspect that's going to be really helpful, and it's Venus trine to Neptune. And Neptune is retrograde, but again, Venus is in Cancer. So this is relaxing, daydreaming, singing, music, healing, vacation, great for brunch with girlfriends, women, the divine feminine. So this could be a really great day to connect with your mom. It could be helping, other women, helping you through a place where you're feeling very frustrated in your life. So this is not a good week to start new projects. This is not a good week to negotiate. This is not a good week to sign any contracts. This is a great week to really kind of be in the witness of what is coming up for you, because these are laying the bricks or the foundations for the weeks to come. So wishing you a wonderful, discerning week ahead, and just keep tuned to my channel. I'm going to keep supporting you with more goodness on my Instagram and my Facebook. Wishing you a wonderful week ahead, and happy August to you.